From London, England, where the Queen lives.
Recorded live from an underground bunker and packaged into an MP3 with a pretty little picture. Helping to kickstart your day with the motivation and inspiration you need 365 days a year. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. And this is your host, Chris Jaggs.
It's Monday. It's a brand new week, people, full of possibilities and opportunities. Now, come on. Let's get up and let's get after it. Whatever dream you're chasing right now. My name is Chris Jaggs and I'm your host, producer, director, the CEO of the show and the creator of the Learn, Develop, Live method. Helping you identify an issue or a problem, developing a habit to eliminate the problem before it helps you live your life on that much higher level that you've been chasing. Now, do you want that to happen to you? I know you do. So let's get after it. This week, I want to tell you that I have changed my direction with my own coaching niche, which will open up the avenue to help so many other people out there who need that lift, that boost, and refocus on their lives and dreams, which at the moment may not be doing too well right now. Now, before we get into this and why it's a good thing to refocus the direction that you're taking yourself in your life, let's have those quick messages and dive in. You know what? Hey, why not have that water splashing sound effect as well while we're at it?
Motivation, inspiration, but no constipation. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast.
If you're enjoying this podcast, why not leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, or whatever else allows you? Add in your favourite motivational quote and it will be read out on a future episode.
Welcome back. Now let's get right into this. And how did you rate that water splash earlier? Yeah, I liked it. Now recently, I've changed direction of my own coaching niche, and as well as helping those people who really want to make change in their lives, I really also want to help those people who work in the retail sector. Those people who suffer on a daily basis serving all those lovely, rude and abusive people out there. All the Karens and whinging individuals who just can't be helped, even by their own selves. Now the pain is real and the pain is clear to see. How many times have you walked through a shop and seen 75% or so of the staff looking just incredibly miserable and just very unhappy? Long hours, unsociable hours, some working from opening until the late night close. We've all been there. I know all the pains and the issues from this, from my 18 years in the retail world myself. So it helps to put me in the thick of why people want to get out and dream of getting out and just escape the shop floor. Now, yes, some people do love retail. They're in it and they absolutely love it. But working in retail isn't just straightforward. It's a very physically demanding world to work in, and you need to be mentally strong to deal with the amount of, the huge amount of work in front of you each day, as well as dealing with people, those wonderful customers. And let's be honest, most of them have no idea what's going on in front of them. No offense. One of my old managers and I agreed that everyone should spend at least 1 year working in retail. Think of it as, military service. Working in retail or hospitality, somewhere you have to deal with people to truly understand how human behaviour really works. When you go from the retail environment to, say, an office environment, talking from my own experience here, people are moaning because their office chair is missing one of its 5 wheel coasters. Well, thank yourself lucky. The office chair I had in the last store I worked in only had 3 wheel coasters, a rip in the seat, and no back to even sit yourself back on. Your missing coaster is a real first world problem here. You see, that's a prime example of why everyone should spend at least a year in retail to fully appreciate the world outside of it. So, what your chair is missing is a coaster, but there's another 4 in there, and at least you can lean back for now. That same manager I was talking about earlier and his position in the workplace brings another great example in the difference between retail and everywhere else. Struggling to get a £2 mop head sent from head office back in the day, so the back areas of the shop can be mopped and, clean. It can be a real struggle to get that £2 mop head sent over, but same manager, different role, the guy is now able to sign off a £10,000 purchase order. It is crazy how different things can be. So I look to help those retail workers who are feeling unmotivated escape the shop floor, work in their mindset to relaunch themselves and feel energized again, because that is what they deserve. If you work in retail, that is what you deserve. Now the same goes for anyone that feels unmotivated and wants to escape their current role. It all works on the same principles, and again, look, you deserve to be happy. Life is there to be enjoyed. Your job is just a part of it. So it's only right that you are happy. Now, for those of us who are unsure how they can refocus themselves onto what is important, other than booking a call with me, which you are more than welcome to do, www.ldlcall.com if you're interested. Now, here are some other suggestions to how you can refocus on what is truly important to you. Now, we've all had those moments of powerful, productive days. Productivity is high and you appear unstoppable. Often it can be days, weeks, or even months where everything just falls into place and each of those goals you had previously is just smashed to pieces. But of course, it's not always smooth sailing, is it? And we all have our off days, which don't end up being so productive, whether this is due to being overwhelmed with the amount going on, the amount of projects, the responsibilities, which can end up just frustrating us to leave you feeling a little bit meh. Those meh moments can put you and your mood down in the dumps, and you become distant from really caring about anything. Those are the moments where you need to start to refocus on the important things, which I know is always easier said than done. So how do we refocus then? You can start with defining your why. Now, if there's something you want to do, make sure you clearly understand why. How will achieving this goal make you feel? Will it make you more confident? Will it fulfill you and fuel you to work harder? Will it simply make you happier? Dig deep to find the real reason that's driving you and focus on that. Next, you can write down all your top priorities, and this can help shape your working day. To keep focus in the right place for your attention, it is important to remind yourself every day of what is important to you. What is essential in your working day with your goals for that day? Maybe you're thinking about the year. What excites you? Is it an important project at work? My family? Improving my social life? My blog? Is it a hobby? Or is it a money situation? If you think about what your priorities are and see if you can put this down on a list of maybe 5 or less things daily or for the year, write them down and leave them somewhere that you can always see them, and this will act as a huge reminder for you. You can also try to cut out all the distractions. Now, distractions are everywhere. We spoke about this recently. A phone beep here, a notification there. Oh, another email just popped into the inbox. There are just so many around. Try and see if you can work in a place without unnecessary distractions. Maybe see if you can list the 3 most common distractions you have that affect your day and how productive it can be to get rid of them. What factors can steal away your time throughout the day and stop you from doing what you should be doing, whatever that may be? So, close the office door if that's where you are. Put your phone on silent. Book some time for you to be alone and give yourself a chance to get your head down and smash through some of these tasks that are just sitting on that list of yours. The next one is, well, I'm guilty. Try to stop all that multitasking. Look, hands up. I still do this. Just can't help myself, but I've definitely got better. If I was doing something and then an email pops out, that just needs a very quick, easy answer, I'll just send a reply. But then I learned that reply can lead to another reply, and backwards and forwards you go before you begin a downward spiral of this email conversation instead of focusing on what, I'm meant to be doing. From realizing how much time I was losing to this simple thing, I developed the 4 p.m. rule. Now, I used to finish work and log off around 4 p.m. and this is the same time that all the non-important emails that I'd written throughout the day would be scheduled to send. Email sent, the laptop logged off and shut down. People answered and any additional email questions were avoided until next day. Plus, if it's important, they would call you or, you get that message on Skype. Simples. Focus on one thing at a time and whatever you have ahead of you will disappear quicker than you're expecting. Now, a big one that a lot of people just struggle with is get yourself organized and stay on top of it. For you to gain focus and your priority list to mean something, you're going to need to have some productivity in place, and as you need to hold yourself accountable, get a system in place where it's all set up and ready to go. You know what you're meant to be doing, and it's actually when you need to be doing it by. So give yourself the day and your work some kind of structure to help you keep on track to where you're meant to be heading. Something that gets overlooked is you should wear your happy face and stick with positive thoughts. Now, we all know negative emotions are completely useless to anyone. They distract you and they distract your focus. Being angry, jealous and full of hate has never improved anyone's life, even today. Take responsibility for what you need to do and get it done. Forget what's happened in the past. Replace the negative with the positive stuff. Look, you know that makes sense. And then we go on to something that I'm a big fan of. Celebrate your success. Now, this is really important, and it's an important step to smashing your goals and your targets. Recognize and congratulate yourself when you do make progress. Celebrate small wins. Celebrate big wins. Each one is a sign of the incredible progress that you're making each day, and every task you complete, this is part of the plan that gets you one step closer to achieving your dream. Now you can begin to eliminate that nagging little voice you have in your head and take your life to the next level and see what the Learn, Develop, Live method can do for you. The calendar awaits you over at ldlcool.com. Let's get on the phone and let's plan your next move to smash your goals to pieces. So get organized, get focused, and get busy. You have yourself an incredible week, and I'll be back tomorrow with another 1 minute of motivation. Look after yourselves, and we will speak soon.
Kick back and relax. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast.
Goodbye.
What? It's over already?
All over.
Thank you for listening to the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. I hope you feel as warm, motivated, and fuzzy inside as I do. You can connect with Chris at learndeveloplive.com or on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
I won't say goodbye. I'll just say until we meet again.
Until next time, join the motivation. Motivation.